What's up, Soul Family, and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility Tintity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, before I get started with breakdowns of the Sun represents in Sagittarius, as well as what your sign is and what houses both Sagittarius and your sign as a Libra is from or was born out of, I do want to say that I hope all of y'all Libras had a good first half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius, and I hope all will be well for y'all during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius moving forward during this time. Now, let's talk about what the Sun represents and what it represents being in Sagittarius. So the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants, and it is going to be the energies of Sagittarius, which is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling your emotions. And Sagittarius itself was born out of the 9th house of higher education, higher knowledge, wisdom, spirituality, faith, and long distance travel, both externally and internally. Now you, Libra, are cardinal ale, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others. So, Libra, you are Sagittarius in this energy, so Libra sons, you're going to have opportunities to be more mutable in your ways of seeing and feeling the emotions when it comes to the communication and ways of thinking that you're initiating. And Libra moons, this is what you're going to be attracting. You're going to be attracting others and having them have opportunities to be more mutable and adaptable with their own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions when it comes to initiating, creating new ways of thinking and communicating towards you. So, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Celtic Tarot deck a couple more times, and then move on to the Waite deck for clarifications, and then move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, shuffle this deck 2 more times, and we will begin. 1 and 2. So, draw the cards and we will get started. Let's see what you guys got going on for the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. And the overall energy of the reading for you, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses is the Temperance Card, which is Sagittarius energy. So you could begin with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Sagittarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. Now with the Temperance card showing up, you are combining 2 or more worlds together overall to create that equilibrium within those worlds. Right? You're performing alchemy and combining one area of life with another in order to create balance and equilibrium within the two. Whether that be your work life, in your relationship life, in your family life, in your private life, whatever the case may be, you're combining 2 or more worlds together to create that equilibrium moving forward during this time. Now your first card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Lover's card, which is Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Gemini in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius. But overall, with the Lover's card coming out, this is you either dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame. Now, not everybody is dealing with the soulmate or twin flame. This could also be a card about you listening to your higher self moving forward during this time, and we'll clarify this when we get to it. Now, your second card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is talking about being independent and sufficient in the material world, and having everything that you need in the material world, but you may not have everything that you want in the material world. But you do have everything that you need, like I said. So this is a card of independency and being self-sufficient moving forward during this time. Now your third card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is talking about you resting, meditating, pondering about how you're going to proceed forward when you do start proceeding forward. But meditate the best way you can. Keep in mind that meditation is either clearing away all thoughts and feelings from you, because thoughts and feelings are not you, and you are as a spirit of being are no thing, no shape, no form, only creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. Or as a meditation is focusing on one specific thing. If you are going to meditate on something, focus it on one specific thing while doing so. Moving forward during the second half of the sun, this is the sign of Sagittarius. But overall, you are meditating and pondering about how to proceed forward. Now, your fourth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is talking about self-deception or deception from others. We'll need to clarify this when we get to it. But there is some type of deception energies going on. But I feel like with the next card coming out, that you're being self-deceptive to yourself. Watch yourself, watch your thoughts, pay attention to what thoughts are coming in, what you're communicating during this time, and don't self-deceive yourself out of anything good during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, your fifth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is talking about you feeling guarded, or you need to be defensive, which you may not need to be defensive since the Seven of Swords is coming out. This could be the Seven of Swords followed by the Seven of Wands could be that you need to drop your guard. Alright, so do your best to not be too defensive during this time. But I know with the energies that are going on in astrology that right now air signs are a bit wonky, so do your best to maintain control over yourself and over your thoughts and feelings. Well, control what thoughts and feelings you create and what thoughts and feelings you agree with, so you don't be in such a defensive energy moving forward during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, your sixth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck they get is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is talking about a new material opportunity. So if it's for the betterment of your well-being, your highest good, take this opportunity. But there is a new opportunity in the material world for you in your life during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius, with the Ace of Pentacles coming out. Now, with the seventh card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. So you can deal with the Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or have Cancer in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Overall, you are really emotionally going after what you want and desire in your life during this time, as well as looking at what is known as represented with the white horse and what is not known represented with the black horse, and you emotionally going towards what you want and desire during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, your eighth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about you've already planted seeds in areas of your life, and you're waiting for these seeds to grow into fruition. Do your best to not lose patience during this time, because this is a card of warning you to be patient and not to lose patience. Now, take your time. Don't think that nothing is going to grow, even if it isn't growing as fast as you would like it to. It very well could sprout at any minute, so at any time. So have patience and trust and have faith, and what you want to grow into fruition will grow into fruition at when the best time for that comes. Now, your ninth card, and last but not least, for the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Five of Wands, which is talking about minor conflict. So there is some type of minor conflict going on for you, and keep in mind that it's just minor conflict, like is easily solvable as long as you put your mind to solving this minor conflict. As you can see here, the wizard is training the dragon to breathe fire. So if you put your mind towards solving this minor conflict, it is easily solvable for you moving forward during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, moving on to clarifications. Let's summarize this reading. Overall, you're combining two or more words together to create that equilibrium within the two. There is some type of twin flame or soulmate connection going on here, or you listening to your higher self. Again, we'll clarify that at the Lover's card when we get to it. With the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles It's talking about you being independent and sufficient in the material world and having everything that you need in the material world moving forward during this time. Pardon about that. But anyways, with the Four of Swords being here, you are pondering and meditating over your life and how you proceed forward. With the Seven of Swords, watch out for self-deception during this time. Don't let your thoughts and your feelings get you all discombobulated where you self-deceive yourself. Don't be so guarded with the Seven of Wands being here. Learn to drop your guard, especially with it following the Seven of Swords. I feel like there is no reason to be guarded, but you have this sense of feeling like you need to be guarded during this time. With the Ace of Pentacles, there was a new opportunity in the material world for you. The Chariot, you emotionally going after this opportunity of what you want and desire during your life during the second half of the sun, which is in the sign of Sagittarius. So like I said, with the Chariot card, you're emotionally going after what you want and desire in your life during this time. With the Seven of Pentacles being here, you have planted seeds in particular areas of life, and you're waiting for these seeds to grow into fruition, or waiting for things to start working out for you. Do your best to have patience when it comes to that. In this Five of Wands, there is some type of minor conflict, which we'll get to when we clarify. So, starting off with the overall being the Temperance card, let's clarify the Temperance card and see what additional information you guys have from the tarot. Now, with the Temperance card is clarified by the Moon card, which is Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. But overall, you are listening to your intuition and doing your best to embrace the unknown when it comes to combining these two or more worlds together. So don't fear the unknown, but embrace the unknown during this time. Keep in mind that fear is just you as a spirit being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So instead, create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings moving forward when it comes to this unknown feeling towards you combining these two or more worlds together. Now with the Lovers card is clarified by the Emperor card, which is Aries energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Aries in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. But overall, you're taking apparent control of your life, and by going with the soulmate or twin flame energy, or you listening to your higher self during this time. Right, you are taking power and control over your life during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now with the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, which the Six of Pentacles is talking about an equal give and take. So there is equal give and take, which is putting you into this energy of being materially sufficient and independent moving forward during this time. But keep in mind that whatever it may look like, there is a sense of equal give and take moving forward during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. That could be with a relationship, that could be with your life, your work, whatever the case may be, whatever situation that is you're dealing with. There is a sense of equal give and take when it comes to this situation. With the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is talking about a celebratory energy or having good people around you. So by having good people around you or being in the celebratory energy, you're able to take a step back and really meditate and ponder about what your next move is going to be during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's really good to see. So you have some breathing room overall. Now with the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is talking about a heartbreak or necessary sacrifice. With the clarifying the Seven of Swords, don't let this pain self-deceive yourself. Alright? Don't let this pain get the betterment of you. Alright? There's maybe something in the past that's being brought back up, and dealing with this twin flame or soulmate energy, or you listening to your higher self. Don't let this pain get the betterment of well-being moving forward during this time. But now with the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Star card, which is Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or have Aquarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. But overall, you are being optimistic and focusing on healing during this time, which may be why you feel guarded, because you don't want to be hurt due to this past hurt that you've gone through in the past. Right? Don't let this pain self-deceive yourself and make you feel all guarded and things are not going to go well, because from what it says here and how the reading is looking like, it is going well, but you must not let yourself self-deceive yourself, focusing on healing that part of you so you can step into more positive energy. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Hangman, which is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. But there is a new perspective, a change of perspective, or you feeling stagnant. Now, with it clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like there's a change of perspective brought upon, from this change of perspective is bringing you into this energy of accepting this material opportunity for yourself during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, with the Chariot card is clarified by the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is talking about you being successful and having everything that you want and need in the material world, which being in this energy of being successful and in a good spot is helping you emotionally go after what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, don't let this energy make you greedy or egotistical or think you're all that, as well as don't leave yourself up top, because the only way to go after you're at a certain point and you don't go anymore, strive for anything more, the only way to go is down. So eventually things will get dull, boring, dragged out, you'll get tired of things. So do your best to always strive for more in your life during this period, but during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius, by you being in this successful place, you're emotionally going after what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. So you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Sagittarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition the sign of Sagittarius. But with the Temperance card coming out, you're combining two or more worlds together to create that equilibrium when it comes to these seeds that you have planted. Alright? That's directly tying to the overall, with both the overall being the Temperance card and the Temperance card clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. So don't fear the unknown, embrace the unknown, and embrace your intuition when combining these two or more worlds together, dealing with these seeds that you've planted and waiting to grow into fruition. Now, with the Five of Wands is clarified by the Four of Cups. So you have a feeling of discontent, and that is where the minor conflict is coming from. To solve this, focus on what is in front of you. Focus on what you have in your life. Focus on the opportunities that are being handed to you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius, so you can solve this minor conflict moving forward. Now, let's move to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Waxing Crescent Moon. Have faith in your dreams. So have faith in your dreams during this time. Have faith that things are going to work out for you. Have faith that these seeds that you have planted will grow into fruition. Alright, so have faith in yourself and have faith in your dreams during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, your second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Gibeus Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So you're very close to achieving your goal at this time, as long as you keep working hard, keep having a positive mindset, having higher perspectives, and creating and agreeing with positive thoughts and feelings. You are very close to achieving your goal and completing what you want during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Sagittarius. Now, if you can hear the talking in the background, I do apologize. what your last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you to me, is Full Moon. Surrender to the divine. So surrender to the divine during this time. Surrender to what's going on in your life, and surrender to this happiness in your life, and surrender to this healing process in your life moving forward during the second half of the sun, just in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, with that being said, that'll be all for this general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.